Welcome back to So I'm a Spider. So what? Anime Review episode number 4. This is discussing only episodes 10 to 14 of the series. Yep. And like usual, there's two different storylines going on. Names of the episodes are Who is this geezer? Next time. Big battle? My battle has only just begun. Yay, outside! I'm free? You're rebelling? I'm self-deprecating. So, in the case of the spider stuff, oh boy, where it's all Brady Knickerbocker by herself for a while, but don't worry, she does get a little bit of interaction with other characters. Okay, for her, first she basically she really decides, okay, we need to get out of the labyrinth right now. I've been here a little too long. So, gotta fight the boss, but the boss is too powerful. So she goes and deals with her mons level up, get more a lot powerful. Then she has a pretty interesting battle with the boss of the labyrinth. I think it was Akira, I think his name is. Let me double check just to be sure about that. Because basically she fights a freaking dragon. His name is Araba. Yep. That's pretty much basically when, like, well, because he's basically like a dragon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after he's basically dealt with. And here's the thing. He is actually one of the very few monsters in the series who is completely CGI. Doesn't look bad. No, usually a lot of the time when I've seen CGI monsters in anime, usually don't look too good or they're just basically look kind of weird like that. But it looks pretty good. Design-wise, reminds me a lot of... I would say it's probably, based on the fact he runs on four legs, reminds me a lot of King Ghidorah when he appeared in Godzilla, Mothra, King All Out Monster. That's what he kind of reminds me of. So, they fight for about a couple episodes, and then he's pretty much, like, runs an MP, gets all his stats up. He's got a ton of stats, by the way. Then he's able to be defeated. And once he basically just gives up after like a couple evil eye attacks. Then of course basically like Susan's defeated. He's like, yay, she sees the hole. Outside, yay. And she ends up basically in the middle of a human fortress, a fort, which she's able to take out no problem. Doesn't kill anybody there. Then she just runs off. And then she basically runs out, and then of course she gets a call from her mom. Says, come home please. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm basically on my own. So her mom, who was a giant spider, by the way, sends out an army to get her. Now, the smaller ones, she had to kill off pretty easily. The big ones take a little bit of time. Yeah, basically, they transport them to the middle string where the lava is. They're beat, but basically, they eat them, power up, and get powerful. And after that, no more spiders for her to battle. No more spiders, no monsters. He just wanders off for a bit, and then we see basically a human carriage. Or you have a carriage, and inside the carriage we see a couple with their baby, who actually turns out to be a vampire. If you wonder who this baby is, it's Sophia. That's who this is. Yeah, this kind of plays a minor role into the present day stuff. Well, the stuff in the human stuff. So then apparently, like, all of a sudden, the King of Morale Kingdoms basically start taxing routes, like proposing trade restrictions, like completely out of the blue. Then, of course, the road is attacked by bandits. They're attacked by bandits, so they're able to kill off most people there. And, of course, the driver, who actually is wounded, but not killed. So, basically, Karo, basically, the spider's like, I shouldn't help out, but, like, fine, whatever. And here's something I should point out, though. Like, whenever humans see her, she has different face. She has the face, what we look up Nightmare in the Labyrinth, has that face. Where it looks like a monster, not like a human-looking face like it does basically from her perspective. So after taking it out, apparently she gets jealous and just walks off. She is thanked for saving their lives. And plus, she also takes time to heal a couple of the wounded that are there. And she goes off, and then she basically, like, reluctantly regrets what she did, and that's the last you see of the spider. And that's only in episodes of the 14 from her perspective. I haven't watched episode 15 yet, so I don't know what happens yet. In the case of the human side, the other part of the story. What happened with Julius, you might ask? Well, he was killed by a mysterious white person, a white demon, and during the battle, while this was going on, basically a the name of the creature is a tesseract, I believe the name is. It's basically a giant spider. Yeah, a giant spider pops up out of nowhere. Yes, it is referred to as a queen tactic. Yes, this thing apparently popped up completely out of nowhere and basically attacked both sides. Thus, now basically Julius being killed, and of course, Shun become a new hero. Sue, there's not much from Sue's perspective exactly what the heck is going on here. Then, of course, apparently, like they want to keep it a secret, like the whole thing of the hero being dead, and also that Shun is new hero, having basically gone to the palace and leave the academy. And I was wondering what the heck he's been, and then we see what Hugo's up to. Oh boy, he basically plans evil things. So what does he do? He brainwashes Kanata, Shun's best friend, and his sister Sue. Yes, well, brainwashed them to basically do his bidding. And he works with Shun's older brother. Yes, seriously. He works with his brother. His, I believe his name was Cyrus. It's, Silas. Yeah. He works with him, and he basically forms alliance because apparently, despite the fact going from Shun's perspective, he was basically first line for the throne. But apparently, in order to keep his youngest son, according to, they release a bit later on, where he's training, and of course he's summoned to visit his father, and he, of course, he's like, you summon me? He's like, what are you talking about? I didn't summon you. And then Sue murders her own father, right in front of her brother, and blames Shun for it. Then, of course, like, everybody starts acting completely unnatural, and of course, this is when Sophia shows up in present day. And there's stuff about her, and of course, McArthur shows up, and looking up Julius, and we have Leston shows up too. Him and his forces are actually allied with, Shun. Yep. So, they're able to escape. Basically, it's just Shun, his attendant, Langston, Miss Okra, and that's just the four of them, and they able to get to like a way. And apparently, get this, the West Church, which apparently, they've been able to basically that probably Hugo probably brainwashed. We're like, how does brainwashing work? Like, they mentioned the serious brainwashing is temporary. Apparently, it's suspected Hugo may have the sin of lust, and has the church proclaim him to be the new hero, despite the fact Shun is the hero. Yep, and they're there for not very long until Kanata shows up with her forces and start attacking them. Yeah, she's completely brainwashed. Yeah, she definitely was brainwashed. So, then of course we have Shun battles her, and, then she ends up stabbing herself when she gets temporarily free from the brainwashing. And, of course, he does heal her, and, of course, does revive her. And then Sophia shows up. Miss Olga fights her for a bit. And, by the way, Faye, as they mentioned that when we first see her, is that she's acting a little weird, and then she just transforms into an egg, and the next time we see her is in episode 14, where she's a freaking dragon now, an actual Earth dragon, picks everybody up. Yeah, because Kanata's with them. Basically, we have more than 5 people, and we now have approximately 5 people now, instead of 4, we have 5. And they go off, and of course, Sophia is revealed to be working with Ariel, the Demon Lord, which they do mention she's impossible to cooperate with. Also, she murdered the chief of the elves. So basically, she has started a war between humans and elves because she murdered the chieftain. Like, interesting. Several plot threads going on here. You might be curious though, like, when in the world does the whole plot of this get wrapped up? Like, the whole thing with this overthrow of this war? Well, that's not officially wrapped up until, like, the very next book, which I will discuss the episodes for that at a later point. But, yeah, interesting how they do this. Basically, like, let's have it where the country where Shun lives in is overthrown by his brother, who's collaborating with an evil, let's say he's not a very nice person. And apparently he did not learn his lesson. Nope, he's like, screw this. Basically, like, he's like, he just wants his revenge because Shun, basically, he just hates Shun so much. Yep. So, yeah. That's basically what happened here. Really good stuff here. I have one more episode left to watch, and I'm taking a little break. Now, here's the thing. I was originally planning to basically watch another anime as we watch episode 15, but I'm having so much fun with this anime. I'm just going to continue this very end. Yep, I'm going to continue. No matter what, I'm going to go straight to the end. I'm not going to stop. Well, you always have to stop until I run out of episodes to talk about for the moment. Yep, so yeah, that's it for the review. Stay tuned for my next, which will later on time between 2 comic quarters I read it go, okay? Thanks for doing. Bye.